Hey, what's up, guys? Your boy Quintus is here again. Something that I should have also mentioned in the review of the X Kai. Something that actually bothered me a lot. It's the same thing as I mentioned about how pretty much how all they had was things that everybody have on pre-order already. You could have got early at Comic-Con and everything like that. Um, as I mentioned in if I did, I'm not sure if I did or didn't, but as I mentioned in the previous video, they also had the regular TruForce at the Bluefin booth. They also had the regular blue Mega Man. Now, that to me was a slap in the face to everybody that backed the Kickstarter, which I was one of them. And we were told that, everybody that backed it were told that, hey, we would get ours before, they hit the stores, which was like one of the big things. So we would get ours before, they hit stores and they hit anywhere else. And that wasn't the case. Here it is. If I had known that I could have purchased one at Comic-Con, there was no point in me, pre-ordering it through the Kickstarter, which I honestly feel all we did was pretty much back the X Kai. That's what I honestly feel that we did. Because it's like, I'm pretty sure TruForce is well aware of what they were going to do, putting out a Comic-Con exclusive. Even if those plans weren't made until later, still, something should have been done with your backers, plainly in hindsight, to honor pretty much your words, what you told us. We were told that, hey, we would be getting ours before hit stores. Bluefin is a legit store. So a store already got it before the backers, which you promised, would get theirs before they hit anywhere else. And that's really, really unfair. And I'm gonna say this right now. I am not backing, for me personally, I'm pretty much like boycotting any other Kickstarters for TruForce because it's not fair. Like we were blatantly lied to, like here it is, we won't get ours until mid-October, anywhere from mid-October to early November. And now we know why, because the first shipment went out to Bluefin for Comic-Con. That's really unfair to us. So it's like, to be there from jump back in this project and for them to not uphold pretty much a verbal contract, a verbal and written contract, it's like, come on guys, like really, like that's not fair. That's really not fair to all your supporters and everything like that. So, I, even with getting, the X Kai, still it was like, okay, I was expecting to have, just a regular TruForce Blue Bomber in hand before Comic-Con. Like, we all know initially they said it was like September, and here it is, pretty much damn near the middle of October, October 13th, and I still don't have mine. And it sucks now that everybody that attended Comic-Con who purchased the Blue Bomber, the TruForce Blue Bomber, they all have theirs before I have mine. And it's like, that really sucks, being that, I pretty much helped support this along with many other fans, and we're all pretty much just like shit out of luck and have to wait. That's really unfair to us. I know I've just reiterated that several times, but it really irks me. It really bothers me. And I don't think that me personally, I think if anybody on Kickstarter makes that kind of statement, I'm sorry, that's a verbal contract. I'm sorry, that's a promise that Kickstarter should make. Anybody that's trying to start one uphold to their words. And if they don't uphold to that, there should be some type of penalty for it. That's how I honestly feel. So it sucks, to you paid all this money to get your figure, t-shirts, or whatever. I just paid for the figure. But I know there's many who paid for the figure plus the gray one and t-shirts, and they don't have any of that yet. But yet you could have went to Comic-Con and got t-shirts and two figures. One which was a Comic-Con exclusive for the time being. So it's like, that's really, really not cool. That's really unfair. And I really do hope, you know, TruForce sees this video or whatever the case may be. I really hope they do, because you definitely just lost one of your supporters. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm speaking for myself. Like I said, I will not be backing any more TruForce Kickstarters, campaigns, whatever. I'm not going to do it, because you guys blatantly pretty much just tossed up the middle finger to your supporters and said, y'all already paid for it, we got y'all money, we'll get it to y'all when we can get it to y'all. That's pretty much what it turned into. So everybody, you know, that supported Kickstarter, know that pretty much your money, yeah, it went to, you know, helping support the initial Blue Bomber that we all saw, but know that pretty much it went to the first shipment of that and the making of X Kai to Comic-Con, and not to your homes. So keep that in mind next time you guys decide to fund any kind of Kickstarter.